it's a shocking set of decisions by Ferguson. Ronaldo's performance tonight was a disgrace to football. Liam doesn't want me to say this because he'll get myself into trouble. It was a disgrace.
In what sense was it?
It was a disgrace of petulance, temperament, throwing himself on the ground at least half a dozen times looking for fouls that he didn't get, claiming 2 penalties which he didn't get, but waving his arms at other players on his own team. It was a disgrace to professional football.
We've seen it before, though.
Now, hold on. Yeah. You asked before, was this about 2 great young players, Messi and Ronaldo? Well, if it was, Messi proved himself after only 45 minutes football in the last 6 weeks to be at least a real pro and a real player. This fella Ronaldo is a cod. I don't care if he scores.
You can't say
scores,
that, given all the scores
this was a big match. If he scores 1,000 goals in the Premier League season, to go out and behave himself in a big match, in a semi-final, the way he behaved himself tonight, right up to the final seconds of the match, he was diving, pretending he was pushed, throwing his hands up in the air. We've cut away shots of him there. He's a disgrace. He's a disgrace to the game.
That's putting it too strongly altogether.
Hold on a minute.
How does he compare? No, I mean, Ronaldo obviously was cock-a-hoop with his 3 goals last night.
Well, I think Ronaldo.
On him.
I think Ronaldo is now a truly great player.
Yeah.
I think the years that Mourinho was at Madrid, I think a lot of the nonsense was cut out. The diving, the histrionics. He looks up now and passes the ball to his teammates. He's more of a team player now, and he has scored before last night 203 goals in 203 games for Real Madrid, and he got a hat-trick last night, so you don't have to be a genius to do the sums. And I was very critical, and John was, I think, and reservations about him, because he was doing things that we don't associate with the great players in the history of the game, who have to be respected, and the way they conducted themselves. But he is now on the field, the real deal.
He's not as physically, fit as he was. He's not doesn't cover the ground he used to cover. But he's in the box now, and they have other people doing that. Marcelo is moving into spaces, but he's, in the box, he is unbelievable. We've never seen anything like him. And the goals last night, in big games, in real big games. I mean, earlier in his career, when he's at Manchester, for example, I thought there was issues with his temperament, his petulance, his remonstration with colleagues and all of that. But a lot of that's gone now. But I thought at that time, when this fella gets up against real players, but I was wrong. This guy will be one of the immortals. Now he has a big challenge coming up when they play Juventus. But he is not the athlete he was. I think he scored 5 goals out of 5 against Bayern Munich in the quarterfinal, and he scored a hat-trick against Atletico last night. I mean, this guy is, again, like Messi.
Very much doubt the goalkeeper has any view at all of this. Virtually every Milan player is part of that wall or around the wall. Ronaldo!
That's gone through the wall, Rob. That's a problem.
He found a few bricks missing. Perfection from Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, there's nothing you can say to the young goalkeeper there, Amelia, because that has gone through the wall. Now, has somebody peeled out of the wall and pulled the wall apart, or have they just got it wrong? I think we'll see in a second. Let's have a look. That's gone through the wall. I mean, we've got players. Ibrahimovic has jumped, but you need bravery in a wall. You need people who are going to stand up and take a shot in the face or a ball that's going to hit them in the...
Quick fire second, hey there. who gave away the free kick that led to the Cristiano Ronaldo goal. He's all fired at Ronaldo. Ronaldo plays it inside. Oh, that could have been it. Here's a second. Eventually dips in. Ozil is going to claim the goal. It came from the creativity of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well,
not exactly a goal of beauty, Jerry, but a goal that, even at this early stage, could put it beyond Milan.
Absolutely, 2 goals in quick-fire succession inside a minute.
The guy's a genius. There's no getting away from him. You're talking about one of the greatest players ever to play this game, and he's a joy to watch. We keep talking about how hard it is to score goals. You look at his stats every season, the goals he scores, the assists. The guy's a genius. Simple as that.
Play the fucking track.
Chipos, man.
Play that fucking
I got
track. Oh, there it is.
You think it's a game? You think it's a game? Whoever screw up, baby, it's just a game. Come on,
Punch it in! Winning the ball, Ronaldo.
Smile, believe me. You don't believe me?
Here goes Ronaldo! As clockwork. Barely a game goes by when he doesn't score for Real Madrid. 6 goals now in pre-season. Ronaldo, as always, on the score sheet for Real Madrid. It's a lovely take, first time, power, accuracy. He always scores, megastar.
Cause if you don't care, then we don't care. See, I ain't giving a fuck, quit messing your luck. Untouchable, branded unfuckable. So keep me in this cage until you run that mouth. Then I'ma have to play and break the fuck out. And then we'll see who's left after 1 round with X. And what am I bringing next? Just no sweat and left. So where the fuck you at, punk? Shut the fuck up and back the fuck up while we fuck this track up.
Why you all in my ear? Talking a whole bunch of shit that I ain't trying to hear. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. I ain't playing around. Make 1 false move, I'll take you down. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Yo, fuck that niggas talking about, think you playing with Double R, G Unit, same old shit. Put the faggots in the ring, watch them all quit. All ya niggas is pussy, suck my dick. Ain't nothing but a handful of man still standing. I remember 50 in a cypher when Onyx was slamming. Now we meet again, it's all good, my nigga. Back to the street again, it's all hood, my nigga. Knock on wood, my nigga. We
Almost unrelenting from Real so far. Here's Ronaldo, the dancing feet, the star turn. Di Maria, Ronaldo, lovely. Di Maria here. Di Maria tries the backheel touch. There was a flag anyway. But then the combination was just a joy to watch between Ronaldo and Di Maria.
Open your hearts for me, look what I got for you. You in the presence of greatness, I make it hot for you. Pass the rock to me, block it, I run with it. Here for the game and all the that come with it. So full of focus, I'm insisting on keeping it going. The franchise, I exist in the league of my own. Expect attention, I'm familiar with being ignored. The true back, clean locking and closing the door. Brick wall in the road, I won't move. The king, I'm like Roy in the ring, I can't lose. Show the face of what compare to man. You wanna walk? Ain't hard to find, I holler back. Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook. We hot. When will you learn? Came to get crunk, came to bring life, came to get started, came to get it right. Turn down the music. nothing. Linking me to the crime, not a print, not a hot damn clue. Beating these down is what I came to do, and I ain't playing by a hot damn rule. Shaking you down if you ain't paying your dues. We passing up your block and ooh, my screws are loose. Don't call my hand, cause you gon' make me act a hot damn fool. Dead discussion, you will not win, cause I will not lose. Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook. We hot, we will, came to get crunk, came to bring life, came to get started, came to get right. Turn down the music, turn up my mic. We will,
feels like no one can beat me.
A quite brilliant performance then from Real Madrid to beat Juve convincingly by 4-1. And here's the thing, at half-time it was 1-1, wasn't it? And you thought, actually, Real Madrid are lucky that it's that scoreline going into the break.
Well, certainly Juventus started as a better team, no doubt about it. Navas, the Real Madrid goalkeeper, made a great save from Pjanic early on in the game. And Juve looked like the side that had dominated Italian football, had won the Italian Cup as well. And for many of us, myself and I think Ali included, we thought they could edge this today. But what we didn't foresee was the way Real Madrid responded at half-time and the way almost Juventus folded to that pressure in the second half. It was so unlike the Italian champions with their defence, but they literally buckled under the weight of the pressure from Madrid, and ultimately that was the difference.
Somebody turned the lights off for Juventus at halftime. When they came out to that second half, Massimiliano Allegri decides to go to a back four. That creates mismatches in the midfield. It forces Dani Alves to come inside, Mandzukic to come inside, create space for Real Madrid on the wide areas. From there, they were able to attack. And then the performance in the midfield from Casemiro, Toni Kroos, and in particular Luka Modric, they ran the middle of midfield. Real Madrid far superior to Juventus in the second half and deserving champions.
As good as the midfield was for Real Madrid, there's one man who will once again
who's that?
Grab all of the headlines.
And he's
Cristiano
happy about
Ronaldo.
that.
He's happy about that. And boy, does he deserve it as well.
Do you know, when he was at the Euros last year and Portugal lifted the trophy and he came off early and despondent and missed the start of the season because of that injury and took a bit of time to catch up, and the legs are not propelling him the same, and he's having to play some different positions to make up for that. But what he's never going to lose is that ability to work out where to be at the right time in the right place, and that little 5-yard sprint where he gets away from a defender, and he's a fantastic finisher, and he showed that again tonight. His stats are absolutely wonderful, especially on the big occasion, and no bigger than this tonight.
The other thing that he's never going to lose is that certain arrogance that you have to have in order to be a great player, to want the ball in big moments, to want it to be in that sort of stage, in that sort of moment, and be able to respond to the pressure. His reaction after the first goal, if you read his lips, he's saying, calm down, I'm here. If you're a teammate of Cristiano Ronaldo, and you have seen this guy deliver for you time and time again, and you see it yet again, top of the 18-yard box, clean finish, who are you going to believe? You're going to believe Cristiano Ronaldo. This guy's going to carry us once again. Scores 2 big goals. Cristiano Ronaldo, what can you say? Yet another impressive performance. And love him or hate him, this sort of lights, this sort of moments are made for him.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. A great spectacle then here in Wales that sees Real Madrid make history. The first ever side to defend their Champions League crown.
Staggering. Second player to score in 3 European Cup finals. The other, the great Alfredo Di Stefano, led the Champions League this season with 12 goals. And how about 600 career goals for club and country? Those are his numbers. Here are his words. Quote, I am very happy as we are the first team to win consecutive Champions Leagues and scoring 2 goals. The people who always criticize Cristiano, of course speaking in the third person, are going to have to put their guitar back in its case. Guys, I don't know who those people are that are criticizing Ronaldo, but surely now there can be no critique.
I don't see how anybody could really be getting after him, because the second part of the league season and when it mattered in the Champions League, this guy has shown us why he has been a superstar for what, a decade? I mean, he just takes games by the scruff of the neck, and not any old game. We're talking about a Champions League final. He takes it by the scruff of the neck and he makes a difference. And as great as Real Madrid were as a team, when you've got a guy like him who produces it when you really need it and when it really matters, then no surprise you win the big prizes.
Look, I think at times during the course of this season, or during the course of the last couple of seasons, Cristiano Ronaldo has come in for some criticism, and rightly so. And I've criticised him in the past, and you can look at any number of things in that regard. But when you see what he's done over the course of, as Dan put it, the latter stages of this Champions League, hat-trick in the quarterfinals, hat-trick in the semis, 2 goals in the final, how he's led this team from the front, it has been something to witness. And I can't say that I have seen a better individual performance at this level of the game from anybody for the last 3 rounds of a Champions League.